is looking for a second date update with a woman named Rachel. Hi, David.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
It's
Good,
going all right.
good.
Thanks for asking. So you want to take us in the beginning and tell us how you met Rachel and how the first date went and all that? We'll go from there.
Yeah, sure. Well, we met on Bumble, like a lot of people do. And I thought it was really cool that she's a lawyer. I was really impressed with that.
That means you're never going to win an argument, David.
Well, I don't anyway, so that's fine.
Just forget about it.
Yeah. But she also does a lot of stuff in the community. She does charity work. She even fosters shelter dogs. Just sounded like an amazing person, you know?
Wow.
Very
okay.
giving and kind.
Very philanthropic.
Yes.
Yeah, just the perfect girlfriend, basically. So we met, and we went for dinner at Morton's. I wanted to take her somewhere kind of, upscale.
Well, the Christmas tree and everything else, the view from up there is really nice over Fountain Square.
Oh, yeah.
True.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. So, I was just as impressed with her in person as I was on Bumble. And I thought we had a really nice time. Everything seemed to go well. We talked about everything. It was really comfortable. We ended up agreeing on a lot of things, which, was a really good sign on a first date.
Agreeing on what, like political stuff? Were you discussing
Political
religion?
stuff. You name it. Just about movies, taste in music. It just kind of, everything just seemed to click,
Oh, that's nice.
Well, and it's like, sometimes you have a really strong opinion about a topic.
Mm-hmm.
And you're really polarizing, so you kind of feel like you got to walk on eggshells a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But then you see that they're on your side, and you just feel like, hey, game on, man. It
Oh,
was
cool.
just like
Yeah,
that.
it's all good.
Yeah.
Lay it
All
all
right.
out there.
I can say what I'm really thinking because they think the same thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Also, I thought she was really attractive and just really engaging and just a great person. And just, I don't want to sound melodramatic. This is going to sound really melodramatic, but I really felt like she was everything I wanted and more.
Wow.
Ah, that's a compliment.
Nice.
Hey, and I thought she was having a good time too. So we had dinner. I walked her to the car. She gave me a hug, thanked me for dinner. I said that I would love to talk to her later. She said, sounds good. And I texted and called and have not heard anything.
Her response was, sounds good.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
That sounds good.
Sure.
Does that sound good?
That'd be great. Call me.
How are you feeling about your closing arguments?
At the time, I felt really good about them, but maybe the jury's still out.
Yeah. Maybe she's still deliberating.
Yeah.
Anything else you think we need to know before we take the break?
No, I can't think of anything that would make her not want to go out again.
Okay.
All right. Well, then why don't we do that? We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll call Rachel, see what she thought of David and her date with him. Coming up next with Jeff and Jenn, Cincinnati's Q102. Okay, so David met Rachel on Bumble. That's the one where the women...
The girl, yeah.
Okay.
Kinda.
So she picked you.
Yeah,
Which is appropriate because she said she was a lawyer. She sounds like a high-powered attorney. Is that right?
she is. And gorgeous.
And gorgeous and very involved with the community. She volunteers. She's philanthropic.
She sounds like a Mal Clooney, doesn't she, kind of?
Oh,
Now that
yeah.
you say that.
That's what I was thinking about before when you were talking about being an attorney. I was like, well, George Clooney married a high-power attorney.
She's is she a civil rights attorney? Is that what she?
I believe so, but
Human rights.
like on
Human
a,
rights.
but like on an international level.
Yeah, she's a
Right.
big deal.
And the great news is David and Rachel had a ton in common, have the same opinion on a lot of issues. They like the same music and movies, things like that. Had a lovely
Right.
dinner at Morton's overlooking Fountain Square. The Christmas tree was all lit up. And fast forward to the end there, he walks her to her car. There was a hug. I'll call you. Sounds good. And that was the end of that.
Right.
No awkward moments or...
I didn't think so.
No.
I was thinking about maybe kind of going in for a kiss, but it's a first date. You don't want to come on too strong. So I didn't even try that. So I can't think of anything awkward.
Well, let's call her up. Let's just see what she says. We got nothing to lose, right?
Yeah, we don't have
Right.
much else going on right now, so we might as well.
Yeah, we got to fill up time, so
Yeah.
let's just do it.
Hello.
Hi, Rachel. It's Jeff, Jenn, Fritch, and Tim at Q102 Radio. How are you this morning?
Hi, Jeff and Jen. How are you?
Is that weird that I say Q102 radio as if I'm afraid they won't know Q102, let alone Jeff and Jen? Not everyone listens.
Oh, no, I am. I really usually like the second date update.
Oh, well, that's handy.
Yep.
Because guess why we're calling?
Oh, gosh. Ugh.
Now, are you dating a few people? Because we heard you're on Bumble, so I don't want to assume you know who we're calling about.
Is this about David?
You nailed that. Yeah.
He's the guy.
It's about David, which tells me he stands out.
Yeah, I mean, the date was going all right. We were connecting. We were talking. He talked a lot.
Is that a good thing?
You know, the problem with people who talk a lot, and maybe he talked a lot because he was nervous, but a lot of things just come out of their mouth without thought.
Oh.
Just falls out.
Like, give me an example.
So we were talking about politics,
Mm-hmm.
and he said, wow, I thought you'd be smarter.
What?
I didn't really know how to take that.
Same.
It feels like those kinds of compliments that we get as radio people, or I don't know. I think I'll only speak for myself, but I've heard you're prettier than I thought you'd be, or you look different than I thought you would.
You don't look like you sound.
You don't look like you sound. You sound better than,
And you can take that 1,000 different ways,
Right.
but he said, wow, I thought you'd be smarter. What does that even mean?
Was that the tone, too?
It was the tone, so I didn't know if there was sarcasm. I mean, listen, I'm a type A, analytical, and we don't really know each other. So I was a little offended, and I didn't really know if I wanted to go back out again. He was nice, talked too much, and yeah.
Yeah, I want to know what he meant by that. Do you even remember saying it?
Yeah, I do, but I think she took it completely the way it was not intended. It's going to sound weird, but it was actually intended as a compliment.
Well, what were you even talking about?
We were talking about something political. I don't want to, draw you guys into like a political conversation on the radio.
Okay.
But what I meant was I was afraid, Rachel, that you'd be so smart and you would use a lot of big words and I wouldn't understand what you were talking about. And you really seemed very down to earth and average. So I was trying to say that you don't come across like somebody who's super intelligent, even though you are. Does that make sense?
No.
I don't know if you helped this.
This is not getting better. No.
Where's the shovel, man?
No.
Okay, I'm trying to help you here.
I know what he means.
I know what he means too. I mean, you expect somebody. It's possible to expect somebody who has a job that requires a very high level of intelligence, like lawyer, like doctor. Sometimes it's easy to be intimidated by people with a lot of degrees.
Right.
If they are super smart and know a lot of really big words and talk in a lot of technical terms, it can be, it can be really intimidating if you don't always understand what they're talking about because of how they talk about it. Are you trying to say that she makes it, she's very, very smart. It's obvious she's very, very smart, but she's very easy to talk to and communicate with and to understand?
Yeah, you got to be a smart person to be a successful lawyer. So I just kind of assumed she was smart, but I didn't think she'd be so normal, like regular, just laid back and down to earth,
Thank you, Jen, for the shovel assist.
In
other words, she speaks in plain English.
Yeah.
She keeps it simple, even though you know that she could.
She doesn't feel the need to show off how smart she is.
And there are some people that are very much so like that.
Yeah,
She's dumbing it down for you.
There we go.
Sure.
So maybe, I thought you'd be smarter is probably not really. If that's what you were trying to say, those weren't the best words to use.
No, I get that.
How can you say that? How could you make what Mr. Way with Words over there? If you want to say to somebody, man, you are so cool.
Maybe I could have said you don't sound pretentious.
I don't even know that I would have said it because it wouldn't have been a thought. I would have just been enjoying the conversation.
Yeah, or You are easy to talk to.
Yeah, that's probably
as
Because then you're
That's
not
him,
bringing in
Yeah.
any sort of like
Intelligence level.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're not comparing. You're just
All these
You
things
just,
said,
it's so
though.
funny because you just seem very consumed with how intimidating she was. It obviously got in your head, and this was the result. I don't know if that makes a difference to you, Rachel, knowing that it was just a poor choice of words, that he wasn't trying to put you down.
I just don't think we're a good fit. I'm not really understanding. You all were able to think about thoughtful things to say. And I just think that David was overthinking the date and maybe overthinking my intelligence in my career. It's just not going to work.
It just smacks of insecurity, David.
Yeah.
That is absolutely correct.
I don't know.
See, I will tell you, listening to this whole thing, I kind of feel like I don't not like him. Like, I still like him. I think I would go, I don't know if these two should go out again, but I definitely think that he has something that's likable, you know?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys can find him a date.
There might be somebody who offers up. That happens sometimes.
Let's just take caller 20.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
David, if anybody contacts us, we'll let you know. Okay, bud?
Yeah, appreciate that, guys.
For
Thanks.
sure.
All right. If you need help with the second date update, send us an email, Jeff and Jen at WKRQ.com. All right. What are you guys thinking? We're 10 minutes away from 1K letter of the day.
I don't know. What are you feeling? We're going to do some more music for 1991, the last time the Bengals won a playoff game?
Yeah, if you're just joining us, that's what we did a little bit in the 7 o'clock hour. You missed music from Roxette.
They're like,
What else did we? Heavy D and the Boys.
Heavy D and the Boys.
Color Me Bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we were just listening to Off Air.
Yeah.
Damn Yankees. This was big in 1991.
This week in 1991, it was a very ballad-heavy week.
That's winter
The number
time.
one song was Janet Jackson, Love Will Never Do, which is fun. We could play that one.
oh, I love that song.
But then we got Madonna, Justify My Love, Damn Yankees, High Enough, Surface, The First Time.
That's a good song.
Ralph Tresvant says Sensitivity.
Yeah, you need a man with sense. You guys were wondering what that
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
like.
That's it.
Yeah, that's not
a
in
man
here.
like me.
And then we played CNC at number 6. Number 7 was Vanilla Ice. Play that funky music. But then we've got
can't
more
do that
ballads. We got Stevie B, Because I Love You. Nelson, After the Rain.
Nelson.
I know. Bette Midler, From a Distance.
Not doing that one.
Thank you. Will to Power, I'm Not in Love. And then, God, no, we are not doing Tom's Diner.
Oh, God, no.
No, there was some bad music.
You know,
this
we have
week
to do
in
Tom's Diner now,
1991.
Jen.
Awful.
Is that the one that was like, do, do, do? Yeah, no.
I am sitting on the corner and the mana. That one.
Yes.
All right.
There is some Kathy Dennis, Just Another Dream. Now, you didn't like Kathy Dennis?
I do.
Just
Just,
Another Dream?
just not that one.
You like the other one better?
There was a couple
I
ones
don't know.
from
That
her.
one's pretty good. Winger's in here, too.
What is 17?
Winger miles away?
I'm sorry for everyone listening. These two are nerding out.
1991 Bengals. Last time they won a playoff game. Last time this song was on the charts.
Yeah.
And someone had a Jock Jam CD.
Yeah, I
Go
love
play
Jock
some hoops
Jams.
in the front yard.